So when you get dressed in the morning, when you want to present yourself out in public or whatnot, and you are thinking about jewelry, do you choose rings as your statement over necklaces for a certain reason, or do you just do it naturally? Is there any thought process behind that or anything like that?
Yeah. Well, I've never really felt too comfortable wearing necklaces and earrings in particular. I just there's something to me about having that sort of stuff around my face that I don't like the way that I look. So I think I tend towards rings because of that.
Yeah, I feel like for people that use their hands a lot or make gestures a lot, having a ring on your finger sort of feels nice, or I don't know why, it just has this nice element to your hands. Hands are so important in like a daily life. It's just nice to look at your hands and see something on there.
There's something also. Yeah, I feel like there's something like, I don't know if ostentatious is the right word, but there's just something like you've put too much thought around putting something around your face. For me, on a daily basis, at least. But people that wear things on their hands, I don't know, it just seems to tell something more about the person.
So you brought up the word ostentatious. It makes me think of wealth or status. When you like see other people or other women or men wearing rings, do you ever notice, like, do you ever consider that they might be wealthy because of, I don't know, they wear a certain stone or gem or style? Like, do you pick up on those things on other people?
No, but I definitely pick up on. I definitely look at people's hands. I definitely look at people's rings, and I would. I think it just says something more about somebody's style rather than. And maybe because I'm not interested in. I don't know anything about like diamonds or different stones, but I think that rings have a strong statement towards someone's style, depending on the rings.
Right. Do you ever like the rings that you wear, like the ones that you showed me are silver, or do you know anything about silver, or like do you ever think about the social implications about silver, or just any implication at all that like or history or anything of that sort of context? Or I mean, even if you wore like a certain stone, if you were wearing like I don't know, like a ruby or turquoise, if they like, I don't know, do they have any significance to you, whereas like a birthstone or like they represent certain anything really?
If I was ever to purchase something like that, if I was ever going to have a diamond one day, I would definitely think about sort of the ethical implications of that and where it was coming from. And I do have one ring that I wear sometimes, and it's I guess, an expensive ring, and I think it's an onyx, and I like onyx because it's black. And again, it's just simple and understated, and I think, just saying more with less. But, yeah.
Do you think that rings have, like, a style to them? Like, do they fall under trends, like, other, like, clothing would or anything? Or do you think that they're pretty timeless in their silhouettes and whatnot?
I mean, no, I think there's definitely, like, you see people right now wearing the rings on their middle of their fingers. What are those called? Midi rings or something?
Yeah, like the midway through down your finger.
Yeah, yeah, and I think those are very sort of the moment. And no, I think there's both types any type of style. People have personal style, or there's style that's just sort of the moment.
When you wear rings, does it make you feel feminine? Do they make you feel? Have you ever? I mean, I know it's hard to think of it on the spot, but do they ever make you feel anything, like any emotion or?
Yeah, I think that, like with my rings that I'm wearing right now, well, I like to sometimes tend towards more of an androgynous style.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, like I said before, just having a ring that's really simple, that I think a lot of people would be like, why would you even wear that? I think that makes me feel that way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely, I think if you're going to put a ring on with a pretty stone or something, your hands are going to look more feminine. Yeah.
I know, it's like it's funny, men don't really wear rings anymore unless it's like a wedding ring or a engagement ring. Or
I was watching this video with this researcher that I'm obsessed with, and he's like he's probably in his 60s, he's an older man, and he dresses super, just wears like a black blazer and like maybe a white button-up shirt, just totally nondescript, like looks nice and clean cut, sort of, but he wears like thick silver rings on all of his fingers, and it's just so, I don't know, I just love that. I just feel like it's such a small thing, but at the same time it just like sets him apart in such a huge way.
Yeah, it's interesting how if a man is wearing